Hi Yogi, it's Becca. Welcome back to the Yoga Clinic. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to do a flow for cultivating gratitude in our lives. This is also a good practice to do when you first wake up in the morning. It will be gentle, it will be loving, and you won't need any props. So go ahead and find your way to a comfortable seat on your mat and let's get started. So we'll begin with some centering and breathing. In your comfortable seat, you can rest your hands on the knees or maybe in the lap. Let your eyes begin to close down. And we'll take a breath into the heart space. And exhale, releasing the breath. Good. We're going to break the breath down into 3 sections. So breathing into the heart space again for 1, 2, 3. Hold. And exhale. Again, breathing into the heart for 1, 2, 3. And releasing. 1 more like that. Inhale. 2, 3. Let it go. Let your body begin to settle down like earth. Let your heart settle like water. And let your mind settle like the sky. If it feels right for you, we'll take the right hand to the left shoulder, left hand to the right shoulder, and bow the chin down to the chest. Taking a moment to hold ourselves, this suit of flesh that we inhabit in this lifetime. And saying thank you for the opportunity to be alive, to be here on the yoga mat, to simply be able to breathe. Take one more breath into the heart here and let it go. With the hands hugging the shoulders, we're just going to slowly rotate the chest down towards the floor, over to the left, up to the sky, and over to the right, and then back down. So making some counterclockwise circles with the upper back. And then we can switch the direction. These can be as big or as little as is comfortable for you. Good, and we'll find some stillness here. Taking the hands down by the sides, we'll reach the left arm up and over to the right. Inhale and then exhale, finding your depth, breathing into the left rib cage and maybe looking underneath the left armpit. Stretch through the fingers, 1 more breath. And exhale, we'll release down toward the floor in front of us, crawling the fingers over to the opposite side. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. Inhale, and then exhale, settling down. Inhale, rooting down through the right sit bone and away with the right fingers. And exhale, occupying that space. Good. On the inhale, we'll close this off, walking the hands back in front of us. Exhale, let's stay here on the fingertips. Inhale, pull your heart through the arms, finding length in the spine, stretching out through tailbone and crown of the head. And then exhale, draw the belly in and bow. Bowing to the practice, bowing to our bodies. Inhale, look up, and exhale, we will release. Good job, yogis. Let's find a tabletop position, and we'll run through some cat-cows here. Really gentle. You can keep the toes tucked if you want, or you can leave them untucked. So on the inhale, we'll drop the belly down, lifting up through crown of the head and up through the tailbone. And then exhale, reversing that movement. Think about all the sections of your spine here. So inhale, pointing the tailbone up, dropping the low back, mid back, upper back, and lifting the head. And then exhale, press into the hands, puff up the upper back, up the mid back, and up the low back, pointing the tailbone down. Again, inhale, low back, mid back, upper back, head. And exhale, upper back, mid back, low back, tail. One more round like that. And again, cat pose. Good. Inhale for neutral table, and just taking a look at the wrists here. So a lot of people complain of pain in the wrists from yoga practices, probably because they're not activating their wrists properly. So we want to feel for all 5 fingers on each hand spreading wide, a slight gripping of the knuckles on each finger so that the center of your palm lifts slightly. And then hugging the arm bones in towards one another. Let's tuck the toes here. Lift the hips, down dog. Keep your knees bent for this first one. Press the floor away from you. Think about hugging the upper arm bones in towards midline. Fanning the finger knuckles out wide. And then sending your sitting bones up and away from you. Good. We'll inhale, come up high on the tiptoes. And then exhale, lower the right heel down. Maybe looking under the right arm. Inhale to center and exhale other side. Inhale, exhale right. Inhale, exhale left. Inhale, exhale right, stretching through the back of the right leg. Inhale, exhale left. Inhale, neutral table. Exhale, bend your knees. Look forward, inhale, stepping the feet up to meet the hands. We'll come into a wide and low Malasana squat. So all Malasana squats are wide and low. Let's make this active. So instead of just collapsing down into your depth, let's lift up a little bit. Take the hands outside of the knees and feel for pressing the knees into the hands. So firing up the inner legs here, also really good for promoting ankle flexibility. Feel for all 5 toes of each foot spreading wide. Rooting down through the base knuckle of the big toe and the pinky toe and your heel. Good. Draw your core in. One more breath. Exhale, release, taking the hands down, straighten out the legs, and let's just sway side to side here. Bending and straightening each knee alternately. And then we'll find a wide chair here. So keeping the feet really wide, we'll just rise up into chair pose. Sitting the hips back, drawing the belly in towards your spine, and then spreading across the back of your rib cage. Can you send the breath there between the shoulder blades, expanding across the back, active through your fingers. Good. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, reaching the arms high, pressing down through the feet. And then exhale, maybe you find a little back bend, pulling the arms back, opening across the collarbones. Inhale, arms reach high. And exhale, find our active squat, sitting the hips way back. Keeping the heels down and taking the hands outside the knees, pressing the knees into the hands, hands into knees. Hugging the core in. Get tall through the crown of the head. You can do this. Good. Inhale. And exhale, hands come down. Straighten the knees, swaying from side to side. If you want, you can widen the stance here, coming out more into a skandasana shape. Maybe even alternately lift the toes on the bent or on the straight knee. Good. Finding some center. And we'll find our wide chair here. Setting the butt back, lifting the arms up, hugging the core in and breathing. Hugging the arm bones in towards midline. You can do this spreading across your shoulder blades. Good, inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Stretch through the front body, exhale, draw the elbows down, lift the back of the heart. Inhale, arms reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged, forward fold, top of the mat. Drop your head down. You can keep your knees bent a lot here, as much as you need. And if it feels right, you can sway side to side. Good, take the left hand under your face, sweeping the right arm high to the sky. Take a bend in both knees. Looking at the right hand if that's accessible to you. Good, and then let's straighten the right leg, keeping the left knee bent. We'll curl the left arm around the low back, reaching for the left inner thigh. Inhale, press your left sitting bone back, reach forward through the crown of the head, and turn your right shoulder behind you. Good, inhale, left arm up, or right arm up. Exhale, hands come down, wide-legged fold. Other side, right hand underneath your face. Let's sweep the left arm high, both knees bent to start. Good, and then we'll bend the right knee, straighten the left. Option to curve the right arm around your low back, reaching for the right inner thigh. And then inhale, press down into the bottom hand, scooting back through the left sits bone, forward through the crown of the head. And then exhale, stay. Inhale, reverse the steps, left arm high. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, active squat. Hands outside of the knees. Good, hands come down, staying in your active squat. We're going to step the left foot to the back of the mat for a lizard lunge. Keeping the back knee lifted, we'll inhale, pull the heart through. Spread your collarbones, sink the hips if you can. And then exhale, straightening the right knee. You don't have to straighten it all the way, coming into a pyramid variation. Inhale, let's flow here, pulling the heart through, sinking the hips. And exhale, press into the hands, press into the front foot, pyramid variation. One more like that, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, coming forward, lizard lunge. Left hand underneath the face, sweeping the right arm high for a twist. Active through the back thigh, pressing back through the back heel. Squeeze your glutes together. Hug your inner thighs together. Good, drop the back knee down. Option to bend your left foot up towards your left glute and reach for the left foot with the right hand. Good, sometimes it's easier to scoot the hips back towards the right heel or the left heel to make some more contact here. And then from there, you might come back into the lunge, pulling the left foot with you. Don't hold tension in your neck. You can drop the head down if that's better for your neck. Gently releasing the back foot down to the floor. Both hands come down top of the mat. And we'll step the left foot up to meet the right in our active squat, rising up just to your point of discomfort. Pressing the knees into the hands, hands into knees. Can you hug your core in more and lift your chest? Good, hands come down. This time we'll step the right foot back, keeping the back knee lifted, back heel lifted. We'll inhale, dropping the hips, pulling the chest through lizard. And exhale, pyramid variation, front knee comes towards straight. Inhale, drop the hips, lift your head. Exhale, press your torso back towards your back leg. Last one, inhale. And exhale, lifting hips high. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Let's stay here. We're finding our twist. Right hand underneath the face. Left arm will sweep up towards the sky. Scissoring the legs in towards one another. Spreading across the shoulder blades and the collarbones. Hugging the low belly in. Active through the back leg, back glute. And then dropping the back knee down. Option for the quad stretch, bending the right knee, reaching for the right foot with the left hand. Maybe you back the hips up to make contact with the heel, and then come back into your depth. Good, release the back foot down. Take both hands down. Let's step back into downward facing dog. Big breath in here. Huge sigh out. Good. Turning the thighs in towards one another, finding that internal rotation, and then lifting the tailbone up and away from you. We'll look forward. Inhale, shift forward plank. Puffing up the back of your heart. And then exhale, down dog. Lead from the hips. Let's bend the knees. Find that anterior tilt of your pelvis, pointing the tailbone up, and then sliding the hips back as they draw upward. Inhale, plank pose, leading with the hips once again. We'll find the posterior tilt of the pelvis, coming forward until shoulders are over the wrists. Back of the heart is puffing up. Good, and then exhale, go back, bend the knees, anterior tilt of the pelvis, hugging the core in, and lifting the hips up and back. 2 more like that on your own, nice and slow. We'll meet in a plank pose. Let's hold here for just 2 more breaths. Good, drop your knees down, lower all the way down to your belly for a low cobra series. Hands come underneath the shoulders, maybe turning the fingers out slightly to make more room for your shoulders to externally rotate. Take the crown of the head, or the forehead down. Untuck the feet, press into the tops of the feet, lift the quads, press into the pubic bone, and then inhale, peel the heart up. Roll the shoulders back behind you. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rolling up. This time we'll lift the hands so they hover, pressing down firmly into the tops of the legs. Let's take the arms back behind us, pointing towards the toes with our fingers. Can you lift the back of your arms up towards the sky, rolling the shoulders open, lifting through the crown of the head and pressing down through your pubic bone. Hands under the shoulders, slowly release. Forehead down. Last posture in this series, we'll come to fingertips here. Slightly forward of the shoulders, rolling the shoulders open, dropping the elbows behind you, and peeling the heart up for seal pose. Good. You can press the palms down or you can keep them lifted. We'll inhale. And then exhale, drop the right shoulder down, look over the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale to center. Exhale, lower down. Your choice, push up to plank, to down dog, or just pressing to child's pose and then downward facing dog. Good, let's step the feet together. We'll lift the right leg high, 3-legged dog. And then exhale, stacking the hips,
bending the top knee and lifting the right knee up to the sky. Peek under your right armpit. Inhale back to center. And exhale, leading with the hips. We'll draw the right knee into the chest first. And then lead with the hips, finding plank pose here with right knee into the chest. Keep the right thigh glued to your torso. Go back, down dog. Good. Again, coming forward. So really good for ankle mobility and strength here. Last one, inhale, go back. And exhale, come forward. Puffing up the heart and stepping the right foot through. We'll rise up to our high crescent lunge here. Pressing back through the back heel, drawing the belly in, spreading across the back of the rib cage, breathing into the back of the heart. Can you find some ease in this moment? Can you find something to be grateful for? I'm grateful for the breath behind my shoulder blades. It feels really good for my tight muscles there. Good. Let's find side angle, Parshva Konasana. Spinning the back heel down. We'll take the right hand or the right elbow to the right thigh, reaching the left arm up towards the ceiling. Lean your chest back. Pressing down into both feet evenly. Don't forget about that back foot. Good. Take the left hand to the left hip. We're going to rise up into triangle prep, straightening the right knee. And then exhale, folding into triangle, but keeping the hands on the hips. So sending the left hip back behind you, pressing down and away with the right foot. Spinning the gaze up to the sky. Collarbones aligned. Good. Bend back into the front knee. And we'll find Skandasana here. Hands stay on the hips if you can, or you can take them down for balance. We'll lift up the right toes, coming to balance on the left foot. Skandasana. So again, really good for ankle mobility. If you want to play with gliding the left knee forward and backwards a little bit here, keeping the right foot flexed to protect the right hamstring. Good. Back to our warrior two legs. Let's find our warrior two. Proud across the chest. And spinning the hands down. We'll step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Breath in. Exhale. We're going to take a lion's breath here. Really good for opening up the muscles of the face. It's said to promote longevity and to diminish wrinkles and aging in the face. So it's a sharp breath in through the nose, and then as you exhale, you'll open the jaw, stick out the tongue, open the eyes wide, and look up towards your third eye. So short breath in. Exhale. Good. Close the mouth. Inhale again through the nose. Exhale, lion's breath. Again, close the mouth. Inhale through nose. Exhale. Good. Step your feet together. Lift the left leg high. Inhale. Exhale, stack the hips. Bend the left knee. Lift the left knee up to the sky, pressing down through the right heel. And then inhale, square the hips. We're in three-legged dog. Let's just bring the left knee into the chest. Nothing else moves. And now we'll lead with the hips shifting shoulders over wrists for plank variation. Left thigh stays glued to your chest. Inhale back, three-legged dog. So that was one. We'll go for two more. Belly stays firm. Breath is slow and even. Inhale, come forward. Create the space, press into the hands, and then step your left foot through. Rise up, high crescent lunge. active through the back leg, really grounded through the feet, sturdy through the arms. Calm, steady gaze. Good. Parsva Konasana, we'll spin the back heel down, finding our side angle. Left forearm onto the left thigh. We'll reach the right arm up to the sky. Look down at the floor. Take the right hand to the right hip. Left hand to the left hip will rise, triangle prep. So pressing firmly into the left foot to straighten the left knee. Inhale. And then exhale, let's find triangle variation with the hands on the hips. Trikonasana. Can you create more length in the left side body? Rebend the front knee. Inhale, rise up. Warrior two. Settle down. Cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right plank pose. And then exhale, slow motion will lower down to the belly. Take the palms down by your sides, fingers point towards your toes. Press down into the tops of the feet. Feel the kneecaps lift as you activate your quads. And then we'll find a locust pose here. So on the inhale, we'll lift the chest, press down into the feet, press down into the hands. Can you almost pull the hands along the mat to lift your chest higher? Spread your collarbones. Keep the back of your neck long. Good, now add the feet, lifting up the legs, pointing through the toes, spinning your inner thighs up to the ceiling. One more breath. Exhale, lower down. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck your toes, inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Look forward. Let's bring the feet towards the hands and sit. And then lie down onto the back. Reclined figure four. We'll draw the right ankle across the left knee, pressing the right knee forward. And then for a little extra sensation, we can lift the left leg, grabbing for the left shin with the right hand. It might feel nice to sway the hips side to side here. Relax through the sides of your neck. And really letting this be a sensual experience. How good it feels to give back to the body, to stretch and give love. The body does so much for you and asks so little in return. Good. We're going to drop this whole system over to the left-hand side for a figure four twist. So the sole of the right foot will come down. You might scoot the hips over to the right. And then from here, you might press the left hand into the right knee. You can even grab the top of the left foot with the right hand. And then maybe you take the gaze over the left shoulder. Come back to center. Let's take some windshield wipers. Uncross the right leg and just let the knees sway side to side. Good, and we'll take the other side. Right foot to the center of the mat, left ankle crosses on top. Figure four stretch. We can reach through and grab the top of the right shin if that's comfortable, and maybe sway side to side. Can you tune into your heartbeat here?
Maybe we'll bump the hips over to the left. We're going to find our twist here, dropping the sole of the left foot down to the right side of the mat. Right hand can push left knee away. Left hand can grab top of right foot. We'll inhale, and then exhale. You might take the gaze over the left shoulder this time. Feeling the air moving in and out of your lungs. And when you're ready, we'll come back to center. Let's uncross the legs, openness, drawing both knees into the chest. Giving yourself one final hug here, thanking yourself for giving back to the body and thanking the body for all it does for you. And this harmony of spirit and soul, mind and body. Let's take an inhale breath through the nose. Another sip of air in. Point your toes, bring the nose up towards your knees. Can you take another sip of air in? And then exhale, let everything go. Shavasana. Letting the body melt into the earth. Relaxing the awareness, relaxing all your muscles. Sukhino akimino bhavantu, sabe sata bhavantu sukhitata. May all beings be happy. Yogis, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this practice was restorative to you in more ways than one. And thank your bodies. And thank your minds for this sacred work. I look forward to seeing you again soon.